Out-of-home advertising is putting innovation to work in all parts of its business to help advertisers take their message further. Today's out-of-home is a dynamic mix of displays and screens that surround and immerse customers with bold messages that make them stop, notice, and respond. Out-of-home dramatically improves the reach of other media when it's included as part of an integrated plan. Out-of-home can extend the reach of TV by 18%, radio by 45%, internet by 68%, and mobile by a whopping 316%. Out-of-home is accountable. Audience ratings make it easy to plan, buy, and measure out-of-home performance. Since out-of-home ratings are based on the same metrics as other traditional media channels, more advertisers are depending on out-of-home ratings to help deliver highly valued audiences. Out-of-home ignites social media plans by driving people to social interaction and commerce. Out-of-home brings the virtual world into the real world, helping advertisers accelerate their social media presence, local marketing initiatives, and mobile advertising efforts. Now more than ever, digital content is at the center of customer engagement, and digital out-of-home drives consumers to websites, interacts through social media channels, and transacts with smartphone devices. Out-of-home is big screens leading consumers to small screens. By merging brand content, social engagement, mobility, and commerce, out-of-home advertising is connecting consumers with brands in highly engaging new ways. Out-of-home advertising. Forward-looking, relevant, innovative. Out-of-home surrounds and immerses consumers where most other media just can't go. Away from home, where people spend 70% of their waking hours. Coverage no other media can match. High-impact, disruptive, creative messages wherever consumers work, shop, travel, and play. That's out-of-home advertising today. If you haven't considered out-of-home lately, take another look. You may be surprised by what you see.
Samsung needed a way to promote the NFC sharing features of its Galaxy smartphones. So we created one by rewarding Samsung Galaxy owners with a new mobile experience that revolutionized out-of-home advertising forever. First, we brought posters to life by embedding them with NFC technology. Then we put them in malls, airports, college campuses, cinemas, and other high-traffic areas in key markets around the country. When Samsung Galaxy owners held their phones to the posters, they were rewarded with free music or ebooks instantly downloaded to their smartphone. These weren't just posters. They became an entirely new content distribution service for mobile devices on the go. We followed that up with the first-ever NFC-powered vending machine for mobile content. Using a touchscreen, Galaxy owners browsed an expansive catalog of music, ebook, and video options, then downloaded selections directly to their phones using NFC. Files that could take minutes to download over 4G were transferred from kiosk to phone in seconds. Tens of thousands of people interacted with the posters and kiosks, then shared their discovery with friends and family via social networks. Campaign engagement was 3 times higher than projected, delivering major brand-building awareness and media buzz. Best of all, not only did we make a lot of Samsung Galaxy owners really happy, we generated some phone envy along the way. Samsung, the next big thing in mobile content delivery.
It's kind of hard to make decisions by yourself all of a sudden when you've been making them with somebody else for 35 years.
Time went by really fast. It goes by too fast.
This is day one. It's regular people trying to make sense of the end of 45 years of work, still full of hope for what could come in the next chapter of life, retirement.
I have 3 daughters and my son and 11 grandkids. Right when you see them, they're yours. It's like it's part of me. It's me again.
Retirees shared their lives, and their humbling stories became TV and radio commercials. We even turned New York's most prominent billboards into radio stations, so those on their way to work could hear stories from those who just finished a lifetime of work.
My father, he had taught me plumbing, electric, but I just fell in love with ballet.
And finally, Day One retirees were honored atop Times Square. We captured this moment and sent each retiree a photo of their day under the big lights. Day One gave a generation a voice that hadn't been heard, and a voice that needed to be heard.
Day one. First day I've never had to answer to anybody for anything. Except Deacon.
So this idea was conceived over a year ago. The idea here is the old school claw game from our childhood is going to be magnified and projected in a 3D projection on the side of the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood.
When we thought about this project, we thought, can we step it up? Can we do something a little bit better? What can we do to beat all the traditional 3D projections? Can we play with the wall?
This is the first time we've ever allowed consumers to interact with the projection. And what we're enabling them to do is actually control the claw that's being projected in the game on the building.
All right, here we go. I see something coming up. You just want a GoPro HD camera. Live action concert cash, $100. A snowboard.
So So this projection is going down in the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest claw game ever.
We have this large joystick that's actually in the shape of a car gear shift and a gas pedal that will allow someone to control this giant claw. And the exciting thing to us is that once somebody grabs the car and wins it in the digital world, it gets transformed and at the bottom of the building goes through this kind of prize chute and it comes out at the bottom of the building a real live Chevy Sonic.
Unbelievable! Let's do this!
This is a demonstration of Flip-for-Mac.
We started with a long blank canvas and we had no idea what we were going to do. The space plays a large role in it. You know, it was a long corridor that in our minds, again, like mimicked a race course.
Running with Ryan was a really interesting project because it took what is traditionally a static digital video and turned it into something that was really interactive. And we watched people respond in a wide variety
This is a demonstration
what we did with Run with
of
Ryan was allow
Flip-for-Mac.
people to actually physically try and match the speed of an elite marathoner.
Of kids running against him and having fun.
And that was my favorite part, was the shock of, wow, marathoners are still moving pretty fast.
We were able to even have Ryan Hall show up to race himself. So it reached all different kinds of people and everybody wanted to race Ryan.
Never gonna be a professional marathoner.
When we started thinking about the outdoor component of the Absolute Greyhound campaign, we knew it should be a seamless extension of our collaboration with Swedish House Mafia. We initially commissioned the world-famous artist to create a unique piece of music inspired by the Absolute Greyhound cocktail. We then worked with them to visualize the world in which this piece of music and Absolute Greyhound should live. Through a series of unique executions and 3D illustrations throughout the United States, we brought the futuristic robot dogs that star in the video to life in the outdoor space, thus allowing people to experience Absolute's world of tomorrow, today.
Absolute Greyhound. Absolute Vodka.
Out of home is a uniquely creative advertising medium. with virtually unlimited potential for imagination and artistry.
I think outdoor is really an exercise of stripping things down, and all the elements that are left are, they need to be super special and very direct.
Outdoors a 1-2 punch. You don't have time to sort of beat around the bush.
You got people driving 60 miles an hour by a board. They've got maybe 3 seconds to sort of see it and capture it.
And we have to figure out how are we going to communicate within the constraints of that amount of time.
You can't flip channels. It's there. You can close your eyes until it's gone, until the bus passes, but that's what makes it unique.
You have to communicate succinctly and quickly, but at the same time, you have a great opportunity to bring people joy.
It's always been incredibly simple, powerful, compelling, funny.
It's always different, right? It's like people are part of the message, and the whole environment is part of the message, and that always changes from day to day and place to place.
And I think that's where the medium can be very fun, that you can really engage an audience and use the environment.
All these different ways that we can capture the imagination of the consumer, and we can do it because now the only thing that we can't do is what we can't imagine.
The power of out-of-home's uniquely creative use of space, structure, and location is now even greater as the medium embraces the digital age.
I love using new technology and out of home, using that to its fullest potential. There's so many great new technologies today.
Outdoors use the digital age, all of the new technology to make outdoor the portal for a lot of great pieces of communication.
This medium is here to stay. You cannot eliminate it. It is a great awareness vehicle.
Out of home is a great way to bring those ideas to life.
Creatively executed, Out of Home offers virtually unlimited potential and impact. With a growing range of sizes, shapes, and technology, Out of Home offers a limitless canvas for brands to deliver disruptive and engaging consumer experiences.